I can still hear my dad say, "Son, is that a want or a need?" And he'd usually tell me that when I was getting ready to purchase something that cost a little extra money. So today we're gonna figure out if this air fryer is a want or a need. Come on. Like I said, my dad, I still hear him in my head about the want or need thing. And until recently, probably maybe a year ago, I didn't even realize I needed an air fryer, okay? I bought a different brand of air fryer than this that I'm going to be talking about today, but come to find out, I did need an air fryer, and I enjoy using that air fryer. And the fine folks at Cosori sent me this to try out. I usually make keto recipes. It's easy, affordable, and things like that, but on occasion, I have the opportunity to do a review of something that I've been using, and I've been using this Cosori TurboBlaze for about a month now. I've tried all kinds of different things in it, so we're going to give it an honest review. That's all they ask. They seem to think that I would like it and that you would like it, so today we're going to find out. Typically, the way I do reviews is I cook some stuff or use it for a while and get an opinion of it, and then I kind of go through some pros and cons, so that's what I'm going to do today. Before we get into the pros and cons, let's talk about what I've actually cooked on this. As you can see, I've cooked cube steak, breaded keto chicken tenders, a ribeye steak. I even tried to make some bread in it, even though the recipe that I made wasn't one that was in their book. If you make the one that's in their cookbook, I'm sure it's going to do better than mine because mine was keto and it didn't rise as much, but the proofing section on this helps it to rise. So as you can see, I've made several things in here. Of course, it'll warm up stuff great. I've used it to reheat keto pizza. I've used it to make chicken nuggets in, just prepackaged stuff. It does great on that stuff, you know, but I was more interested in how it would do in a recipe environment instead of just warming things up. And of course, it has so many functions. You got your preheat, reheat, dry, you know, dehydrate meat, or things like that. You can roast in it, broil, and all these use different temperatures and speeds of the fan. And of course, here we have a actual real cookbook made out of paper, not a PDF, that was included, and instruction manual. I love the fact that it comes with both of those. Even though I do a keto lifestyle and not many of those recipes transfer over, I know most of you probably don't, and there are some delicious looking recipes in there. I'm sure there's some roasted vegetables in there that I can have, but so yeah, that's just some of the features there that's preset, and the instructions include a lot of good information. I always read the instructions, especially you guys. You know how you are. I'm one of you, so I know. Now, let's move on. The first pro that I noticed about this was the temperature range. It goes up to 450. Now, if you're trying to get a crust on a ribeye or anything, if you're trying to get it really good and brown and crispy, that extra 50 degrees, it goes to 450, where most of them max out at 400. My other air fryer maxes out at 400. It just makes things crispier, and it don't take as long to cook. So that is definitely an advantage, that 450 degrees. And then on the other end of that, you have, it goes down to as low as 90, that little proofing setting. If some people are avid bakers, they make their own bread. If that's you, this is going to really be beneficial because you can proof it right in the box here. It don't get real hot. It don't blow real hard. The fan speed actually comes down and just kind of lets that yeast get happy and things like that. So the low temperature is also a pro as far as the temperature goes. On all the recipes I was trying different breadings and stuff like that. Everything come out crispy and delicious. It wasn't heavy, it was light because it is an air fryer. You're not immersing it into heavy oils or anything like that. So the takeaway from that is, it's lighter, healthier, things like that, but and still crispy. I like crunchy food sometimes with that bread, and that's just a southern thing in me. I like deep fried everything. That's how we roll down here. So, and this really helped on the crispiness of foods. I like that about it, so that's definitely a pro as well. And also, as I said, the variable fan speed, it's a DC motor, So that fan speed, most air fryers have got one fan speed and that's it. It's just, and that's what you get. But this here will adapt to whatever you're cooking. And like when you're doing dehydrating, if you're making your own beef jerky, which I love, by the way, and that is on my list of things to make, or the bread or things like that, you want it to be a lower fan speed. So that is a benefit as well. That variable DC motor helps go up and down as far as the speed of the thing works, you know, the fan works anyway. So I'll put that in the pro category as well. Another thing that is definitely a pro that I absolutely love about this is it's so easy to clean. Man, I just take it out and everything just kind of literally falls off of it. As soon as you hit it with a little bit of water and dish liquid, it comes off. You don't even have to put it in the dishwasher, even though it's dishwasher safe. Just a mild cleaning in the dishwater and it comes clean real easy. I've baked on cheese and everything else. I mean, I've been running it through the paces and everything's come off real easy. And also the coating that they use is not hazardous. It's safe. It's not like Teflon or anything. So it's not, it don't have those ingredients that cause problems. So it is a safe coating that's on it as well. Even at high temperatures, it's still safe. Another real small pro, it's not a big deal, but the power cord is longer than my Vortex. So it gives me more flexibility on my cabinet. I've got limited cabinet space. So that little extra power cord, you know, I can get it. I've only got a couple receptacles in my kitchen, so getting it there and placing it and that, I mean, it's got a good, nice size power cord. I know that's not a big deal for most people because most modern homes have a lot of receptacles. Mine don't. But anyway, that was a con on my instant air fryer, the real short power cord, but this one is a lot longer than that, so I appreciate that. I think the biggest pro for me out of all of them is this. It does have a safety latch here, which I don't really need that, but okay. It's got a little button you can push, but the biggest pro for me is this. I can turn it upside down and this thing here don't fall out. My other one, every time I try to dump something out of it, and I'm not saying it won't if you shake on it a lot or whatever, or over time, but this stays put, which is good because on my other one, when I turn it upside down, I have to hold that in there with some tongs or something like that to keep it from falling and making a mess or burning me, which I don't want. But anyway, that is my favorite thing about it. It don't fall out when I'm trying to dump stuff out of the basket there. Turning it over to the cons. You know what? Like I said, I've been running it through its paces and I've been looking for things wrong with it. And really, there's not a lot of cons about it. There's some things that I like about my Instant Vortex air fryer a little better than this, and I'll talk about those, but that don't necessarily mean it's a con, it's just a preference. The number one thing is, and it's like I said, none of these are deal breakers, so don't take it that way. I'm just saying, it would be cool if it had a window in here somehow so I can peek in and see the food. My Vortex has that. I can look in and make sure I'm not burning something completely up, even though it's still kind of hard to see how brown it is, you know. And I know it's not a big thing to open the drawer and look, but it's nice to be able to peek inside and see. Also, the Vortex has a filter built in where the fan's at, and it captures some of those grease particles that fly throughout your kitchen and makes a cabinet sticky. Or the offensive smells. I like cooking spicy foods, and that capsaicin, it'll really kick out and it'll make you feel like you're getting sprayed with pepper spray sometimes. Having that filter actually keeps my eyes from burning. This don't have that feature. It's not a deal breaker, but it would be nice if it did. I mean, you know, this is not really a con, but it's something to take into consideration. Make sure you read the instructions because these presets, there's a lot of presets, there's a lot of buttons, there's a lot of temperature things that you can tinker with. So the more you become familiar with it, the better results you're going to get. It's going to take a little learning curve. I just learned how to use my old one not too far back, so it is a little learning curve. It's not that, if you can read, you can figure it out. And a lot of times I just figure things out through trial and error, sadly, but you burn up a couple things and you learn not to do that again. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. about it. I'm going to keep this model. I had the option to sell it if I didn't like it or whatever, get rid of it or whatever, but I'm going to keep it because I think it's beneficial to me. I've enjoyed using it. It's simple. I like the fact that it's got that range of temperatures. They don't have those nasty old chemicals in the coating. It's got a ceramic coating, the variable fan speed, all that good stuff. There's a lot about it that I really like, and that's what persuaded me to keep it. Hey, if you're interested, the link's in the description below. You can check it out. That is an affiliate link. That helps my channel out. And until next time, go fry you up some delicious food in your air fryer and have a blessed day.